Everyone suffers loss, and no one plans for this time. No one plans for losing anything precious. The question is always, why do I have it if I'm going to lose it? So this period is always a very vulnerable period, but it happens. Even plants grow and they die. So everyone goes through this process one way or the other. It just varies in what you lose. Some lose their loved ones quite unexpectedly, some lose their jobs, some lose precious valued relationship, some lose their environment, their homes, their source of livelihood. So everyone goes through this period. Like I said, it's a very vulnerable stage in someone's life. And that brings us back to our series, You Are Not Alone. You're not alone in that period. I want to use this opportunity to show my heartfelt condolences to all those who lost their loved ones in Texas and the flood that recently happened. So on that background, loss, it's painful. Loss is unimaginable, and there are stages in grief. This is a part 2 of our series on grief, and the stages in grief are going to be outlined here. Why are we doing this? It's just to prepare you for that point in time when something inevitable happens. Nobody wants it, but it does happen. And they say knowledge is power. So when you have this knowledge, you are not swayed from A to B. You're not swayed by any doctrine. You're not swayed by any unfounded consolation. So that's why we're going to try and outline some stages in grief so that you know the stage you're in, or if you're going to be there for somebody, you know the stage that person is in, and you are a very, very effective protective support system. The first stage is the stage of denial. When something happens and you lose something precious, you live in that state of denial. You don't believe it has happened. Every other thing happening around you is just like a film. You don't believe it. You blank it out. This is the very first stage when you lose a precious one. You lose something precious to you. You live in denial, and no matter what anybody does or says, you don't come to terms with what has happened. The second stage, I'll quickly outline it, is the stage of anger. After leaving the stage of denial, you get to the stage of anger. Here you're angry. You're angry with yourself. You're angry with the thing you lost. You're angry with that person who passed on. You're angry with the job. You're angry with your boss. You're angry with just everything. And this stage is a very, very, very difficult stage and very, very dangerous stage, because this stage you are very vulnerable. You are the lowest of it, and you put the blame on everybody. And if you don't curtail it, you end up hurting yourself more and hurting people who want to help you. The third stage is a stage of bargaining. You tend to bargain your happiness. You tend to bargain your peace. This is a stage where a lot of people get into trouble. They get into lifestyles that actually seems good but won't help their situation. They get into lifestyles or get into relationship with people who they feel are there for them or would help them. Lifestyles such as drinking, smoking, living very, very, very lousy lifestyle, eating A lot of people eat at this period. You eat just anything. They are not bothered about how they look. They are not thinking about their health. They neglect themselves. They neglect their looks. This stage of bargaining, you feel that thing you're doing that's giving you that momentary satisfaction, that momentary happiness or bargain would make up for your loss. Like I said, a lot of people even become religious. People change their doctrines. People start to blame God. People start to look for other means. People go, like I said, the comfort you get from this stage of bargaining is short-lived. That's why you should be very careful. This is the time you need your peace. This is the time you need your space. This is the time you need God. This is the time you need to listen and hear from God. This is the time you need you, and you need your protected and safe environment. Don't bargain anything for your happiness. Believe me, this stage will come and go. You're hearing it from somebody who spent through it. This stage will come and go. So don't go for any short-lived comfort. Go for God. Listen to your sense of reasoning. Value that small but very enclosed support system. After the stage of bargaining, some people go into depression because that comfort they thought they got later on failed them. So they go into that stage of depression. There's a stage that leads them gradually, gently into reality. After the stage of depression, some people go down. Some people actually, unfortunately, some people even lose it. Their mental health is really affected, and some people then begin to get into reality. They realize and accept finally what has happened. Some people pick their life up from that stage. Some never made it out. So it's very important for you to deal with your grief, knowing that everybody goes through it, is to have the knowledge and understand the stages: denial, anger, bargaining. Some go into depression. At the end of it, they go into reality. So if you're a caregiver, if you're a doctor, if you're a therapist, it's good you come to terms with these stages to be able to help your patients, to be able to help those who actually need help. And if you are the one affected, like I said, there is no champion when it comes to grief. It breaks the strongest of all. It breaks the wisest of all. It takes God. It takes a stable mental state to overcome it. Together we can. Catch me up on this space for further therapeutic topics on how to overcome grief. Till I come your way next time, always Eunice Talks. Bye.